Alright, if you haven't heard about Operation Christmas Child, this is a little bit of what it's about. They encourage people to pack shoeboxes to send to needy kids in other countries, and they go all over the world. And I know people that have heard of Operation Christmas Child, but still don't know what to pack in the shoeboxes. So I have 3 boxes here that I personally packed, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what's in them. I have a special place in my heart for the older kids because I have been homeless and hungry when I was older, and I know that a lot of times the older kids tend to be forgotten a little bit, but at the same time they're the ones that can understand more of what's going on, so they almost need it more. And so this here is a box for a 5 to 9-year-old girl. I did this here with my church when I started organizing a year-round collection, and we started doing packing parties. What I did was I cut out pink and blue construction paper, and they write on there the age range they want it to go to, and then whenever it comes time for me to actually label them all at home, I know what we have. So this is a 5 to 9-year-old girl that I packed as an example for my church. I have a nail kit, a flashlight, and there are batteries inside of here. This here is a water bottle. They've said that the kids love to have like their own cups and stuff because they don't usually have their own stuff. And this here, I figured that they can very easily get water at whatever source they have and be able to cover it and keep things out of it. And so that I'm making good use of space, I have filled it full of stuff. It's got the batteries for the flashlight, it's got toothpaste, a comb, a little twirly toy, some gum, some crayons, a little slinky, a yo-yo, some ponytail holders, some soap, bouncy ball, pencils. If you get a long water bottle like this, you can fit in your pencils and toothbrush and everything. Some shorter ones, you can't do that. And we have a jump rope. I love to include jump ropes because I imagine that makes it so they can play with their friends and everything. This here has a little bit more soap and some lip gloss. And a doll. And we have some pretty flip-flops because a lot of the kids in other countries don't have shoes at all. And we have a thing of stickers, a little miniature frisbee. You can get these on Oriental Trading. And then we've got a coloring book, and that's the 5 to 9-year-old girl. And then this one here is a 5 to 9-year-old boy. This one I prayed about. I went to a OCC summit where they discussed about a little bit more about it, and they mentioned including a sports ball, and then you just deflate it and include a pump. And I thought, well, that sounds awesome. I think that, I chose a soccer because for most of the world, soccer is as important as football is to America. And I thought, there could be a kid out there who badly wants to play soccer, and maybe that could be his ticket out of the life that he has had. And this one I chose for 5 to 9. But I thought, I don't know where to find a pump. I haven't seen pumps for balls anywhere. I've got 2 flat soccer balls in my house because I don't know where a pump is. Other than like maybe at a sporting goods store, specifically sporting goods store, and I would imagine those would be expensive. I don't have a lot of money. Next time I went to the Dollar Tree, I went in and they just had rows upon rows upon rows of these little pumps for sports balls. And I had never seen those at Dollar Tree before. But this one time they had tons of them. So I was like, okay, sounds like God's directing me. I picked one up, and I picked one up for myself so I could deflate it. And I looked online and I found that Walmart had some soccer balls that weren't too expensive, so I went and got those. And I thought, you know, while I'm here, I feel like I should go buy the shoes. So I went by the shoes section, and I found they had tennis shoes on clearance. So I got these for just $5. And I don't know anything about what size kids wear, but I just prayed that God would tell me which ones to get, and it'll go to the right kid that needs this size shoes. And to make good use of space, I have filled the shoes with things like soap and the socks, because once you get the shoes in there and the soccer ball in there, there's not a whole lot of other space. So I've got soap in there, and I've got a yo-yo and socks jammed in there, and there's a comb in this one, and pencils and all that, and I've got a couple pairs of socks, and I've got a picture of my husband and I, and information about us and our location. So that's one thing I tell people big time, is pray about what you should put in shoe boxes, because God knows exactly where these shoe boxes are going. He knows exactly what these kids need. So He can tell you what you should be putting in these boxes more than anyone else. And then I have this one here, which I did for a 10 to 14-year-old boy. This is another example for my church. I've put in a baseball cap. That can be great to keep the sun out of their eyes and everything. Another little frisbee. And a small Nerf football. Thing of marbles, because kids love marbles. A bouncy basketball. Thing of toy cars. And another flashlight, which has batteries in the water bottle. A screwdriver that pops open and has, if I can pop it open, all sorts of bits inside. So they can do quite a number of things with this one tool. There's also soap and a picture of my church from last year's packing party, all the shoe boxes we packed, and a jumbo word find. I always figured those are probably fairly good, because it's a beginning of looking at the English language. They don't have to read the English language to be able to find these words, but it begins to show them some of the English language, in case they're in a country that doesn't speak English, like many of them don't. But another water bottle, large water bottle, holds the pencils and a comb and a toothbrush and another one of those little whirling toys. Got some soap and some gum and another toy car and another bouncy ball and some toothpaste and a yo-yo and an eraser and a pencil sharpener. But that's my shoe boxes. Shoes are excellent because many of them don't have shoes. Clothing is excellent because many of them have one outfit, or, you know, they're, besides like their school clothes, they might have, you know, some ratty something, not much. And of course, fun things. Dolls are great to grab a hold of. Stuff like that they can drink out of are great, so they can have their own drink, they don't have to share. And of course, toothbrushes are great, so they don't have to share toothbrushes with their family or something. And, you know, gum for something fun to chew on, something that they can, a treat that they can enjoy. Of course, don't pack chocolate, because a lot of these go to hot countries and they aren't going to make it. You can't pack anything. Like this one has the nail stuff, and of course, usually you would think put some nail polish, but you can't do nail polish because that might break along the trip and then destroy everything in the box. So that's my shoe boxes, some of them that I've packed. My church this year has packed a total of 81 shoe boxes, counting these three, and I will be dropping them off tomorrow. So there's a little bit more of what you can and cannot put in shoe boxes. And hope you go out and pack your own now. Thanks.